agree with me on this. But I think that the OSP is just an attention seeker. He just loves the click. I just feel like he wants the media attention. Criticize this. If you sit down and become hypocritical about it, we'll be here the next time and it will be you. I do not have an issue if you want to investigate somebody. If there's something wrong in his leadership when he was appointed as a board chairman at Ghana's airport, it is okay to deal with him. Recover all the money he has stolen. It is okay. But when somebody is arrested, or you invite somebody and you decide to detain the person, if you want the person to meet the bail conditions so that nobody will suspect any personal vendetta or any sort of biased judgment on the situation, then you should act within the remit of the law so that everybody will know that, oh, this is the law you are applying as a OSP. But from where I sit, I think that this is emotional. You are using this opportunity to just punish Paul Arrɛst because he has also exposed certain wrongdoings which you have not been able to justify. Paul Arrɛst said a lot about your office. He exposed some wrongdoings in your office, but your office has not responded to these allegations. So I think that you are using this opportunity to also say, like, do a lot against Paul Arrɛst. And right about now, I don't see anything that you are doing that is right here, Mr. OSP. To be fair, because tell me, how on earth would you make such a proposition that Paul Arrɛst should provide a document in his name, 2 landed properties in his name? He's telling you he does not have, and you still insist that that is the only condition to allow him to go home. What nonsense! Like, tell me, what kind of law are you applying? Like, what kind of law is the OSP applying? Are you using the office to settle personal scores? Are you doing this to impress John Mahama or what? John Mahama is not impressed because he is wasting taxpayers' money with this office. And I am hoping the NDC will use this super majority in Ghana's parliament to dissolve this nonsense called office. I am so disappointed about this decision because we have never witnessed any law enforcement agency in this country demanding such a bail term from ordinary Ghanaian. Imagine, are you suggesting, Mr. OSP, that poor people cannot have access to have bail or meet bail condition? Are you telling us if somebody is poor, then the person will rot in your custody? Like, what kind of law are you applying? Like, just make it make sense. I feel like you just enjoy the attention. You are a lover of attention. You love the click. You love the media to engage you. And that is what you want. And like, reading that particular statement on your Facebook wall just broke my heart. I am so sad as a Ghanaian. Because right now, just tell me, what kind of unreasonable bail condition is this? So if he does not have a house or land in his name, then he should rot in your custody or what? Like, make it make sense. And like right now, some people are so excited. Is it because of your personal hate against Paul Arrɛst? Like, what is it? Tell me, how does this make sense? Since you were born in this country, is this how justice is served? I am not concerned about the content of the issues. I am concerned about the bail condition. All right, you prosecute the person if you think there's a wrongdoing. Take the person to court, allow him to pay or rot in jail. This is how it's done. But you do not keep the person in your armpit and create an impression that you are exercising your power as an OSP when the truth of the matter is that you are using it to settle personal scores. This is fact of fact. But the truth of the matter is that I think that the OSP is just an attention seeker. He just wants to settle personal scores. And right about now, I am not impressed about his performance as an OSP. He's just an emotional man who wants to use his office for personal scores. I am so embarrassed about this particular bail condition proposed by the OSP. What is it? Is it how the law is going to apply in 2025 when a country like Ghana has gone past this kind of ridiculous ways? Like this strategy of kangaroo court and kangaroo strategy to frustrate ordinary Ghanaian and give the dog a bad name and hang it. I mean, we are over it. And for some of us, we can read in between the lines and know when somebody is intentionally making things difficult for people. Can you imagine? Like, if you do not provide, and what if I don't have? Does it mean I'll rot in jail even when I'm not guilty? What kind of behavior is this? And everybody is flexing muscles. Yes, we understand. It's time for research. We understand. It's time for accountability. We get it. but make sure you use it the right way. Apply the law the right way. This is all that we are saying, because this particular bill condition can be you, can be me, can be anybody, and this is a very bad precedent for our country. Anybody should be able to step in to grant bail, to help somebody to be granted bail. This is the norm. Whether it's legal, whether it's conventional, this is largely accepted worldwide. You cannot come and tell me that, yes, Paul Arrɛst has done something wrong, so because of that, if he cannot provide documents in his name, then he should remain in your custody. How long can you keep him there? This is so unreasonable, to be fair. Guys, this is Fact or Fact. Thank you for joining in the conversation. If you want to also share your view about it, send in your request. All right? I'll give you an opportunity to speak. You see, let me clear the misconception. Nobody is worried about the fact that Paul Arrɛst is wrong or he's right. No, this is not the point we are arguing about. Nobody is saying that he's innocent. No, we have not said that as well. What we are saying right now is that the bail condition is so unreasonable, unrealistic, and is so unprecedented. And the OSP is just attempting to create a very bad name for the dog so that he can easily hang it. But some of us are here, we expose all the lies. And I have seen it from the time of Ken Oforiatta's situation. I got to know that this man loves attention. He loves attention. He loves the media to speak about him. Like people who are active, busybody around the job but do nothing. This is it. This is all that I see. And it's so embarrassing. It's so discouraging. Like, how can we sit in this country and allow a special prosecutor to act in this way? And because you hate Paul Arrɛst, you will not speak the truth. Keep typing whatever you want. It's so bad. I am not saying he's innocent. I have not said so. But the bail condition is so ridiculous. It just does not make sense. It's so unreasonable. How can you make such a proposition? So, are you saying that a poor person will die in your custody if the person cannot meet the bail condition? Like, what kind of justice are we serving in this country? Like, does it mean that people lose their rights when they have an issue with the law or what? Meanwhile, we are here in this country. We see the Attorney General dropping cases surrounding all key officials of the NDC. What have you done about it? What have you done about it? But because you are desperately trying to seek an attention in this country, you are here trying to say that, oh, okay, yes, I understand. I want to allow you to go home. But before that, provide documents that is in your name before I allow you to go. Why can't anybody step in to help somebody to be granted bail again? Like, what kind of law are we applying? Are you not saying that he should go and find money by tomorrow and buy 2 landed properties in his name? Like, what is happening? Like, guys, the OSP is just acting funny. In my point of view, I am not impressed about the way he's operating, to be fair, because since he was appointed, I have not seen one successful case till the end. The OSP go and touch this and leave this, and he's always picking and choosing his battles. And now people are telling us, oh, the NPP did not allow him to work. The NPP did not allow him to work. Bro, if they didn't allow you to work the right way this time around. You cannot tell somebody to provide 2 landed properties in his name when he does not have it. You are just making bail condition difficult to be met by Paul Arrɛst. Are you suggesting that if he has a document in his hand, that is suggesting that Office of the Special Prosecutor is not doing the right thing? Probably they bought certain things that is so outrageous, he should not speak about it. Are you saying that if a journalist finds out that you, the prosecutor, is doing some things that are not right, he should keep quiet, because when you catch the person will be denied bail? Like, just make it make sense, because I don't understand this logic. And right about now, I am so embarrassed and scandalized by this particular bail condition, because this is the first time in history that we've had any law enforcement agency requesting for such a ridiculous bail condition from a person. I've never heard it before. I have never ever heard this before. And you are here telling me that, oh, I should be quiet. Oh, I should not talk about it. Oh, it's because what? It's because what? Please, these are my opinions. All right? And I strongly believe in it. That is why I'm sharing it with you. If you want to say otherwise, come up and talk. I'll give you the opportunity. Because tell me, how on earth would an OSP make such a ridiculous demand from somebody like Paul Arrɛst who cannot run away? Who cannot run away from this country? He's a known face. He's a journalist. Where is he running to? Where is he running to? We use bail condition so that we'll be sure that the person will not run away. This is sort of a guarantee. So that the person will not run away or the person will not leave the country or something. So we need somebody who is close to the person to just bring something to signify that yes, the person will be here. And I'll ensure that the person responds anytime the court or the prosecutor invites him. This is the essence of bail condition. So what is it? What is it at all? Like, tell me, what is so special about bail condition that you make it so difficult for Paul Arrɛst? Why? Guys, this fact on fact, and I'm done. Because it's so important, to say the least. This is so scandalous. This is so unprecedented. For the first time in our history, our OSP, who is supposed to act within the remit of the law, a criminal lawyer, is doing this. Guys, this is not justice. This cannot be justice. This can never be called justice. And this is not the right way to operate as an OSP. You are becoming too much talk with zero doing. We want you to prosecute the case. Take him to court if you have your evidence. All these shenanigans of trying to give the dog a bad name will not fly. If you don't have enough evidence to prosecute him, shoot down the issue. If you have enough evidence, take him to court to deal with the issues. You cannot always come up with, okay, I've arrested the person, I've detained the person, I'm not giving the person bail because the person not be able to meet the bail condition. You waste the precious time of Ghanaians for a whole 2 weeks of nothing. If you are too ready, you take the person to court ASAP. If you are ready, if you have your documents, take the person to court. Don't waste our time by telling us that, oh, Paul Arrɛst should provide you with 2 landed properties in his name in Accra. Is that easy? Are you not strategically trying to find out which land he owns? Why can't you find out from Land Commission if he has any registered land in his name? The house Paul Arrɛst stays in, the land belongs to his mother. So if you are strategically looking for 2 landed properties, so that Paul Arrɛst will say that, oh, I have 1 land at Airport Hills, I have 1 land at Trasaco, so that you will start questioning the source of income and all of that. These are all strategies. We know. A criminal lawyer, we know your strategies. I beg, let's stick to the issue. Sometimes, yes, the law is the law. We get it. But work within the remit of the law. Make people feel like they also have rights as individuals. You cannot sit in this country and create an impression that you are fighting for justice when you are just trying to settle personal scores with Paul Arrɛst. We know that you have a history with Paul Arrɛst. Paul Arrɛst has been making some allegations about your office on his platform. And if you so disagree with his allegation, you can sue him for defamation. If all that he has been saying on his platform is a lie, you can equally respond on your Facebook wall as you have been doing. You can organize press conference and do same. Jan Kweku Emmanuel, Madam, we'll invite you soon. Please, I'm ready for any answer. What have I done? Why can't you express our views again? Bro, I beg, let me rest, okay? Let me rest. These are my opinions, and I strongly believe in it. Because there's a pattern when it comes to the operations of the OSP, which is not just making sense to me. Because tell me why, like a special prosecutor will invite somebody and refuse to give him a reasonable bail condition. Tell me, like, how can an OSP make such a ridiculous demand from somebody? Does it mean that now a poor person cannot be granted bail again? Like, are you today telling us that if you're a poor person and you don't have 2 landed properties in your name, you will rot in the OSP's custody? What kind of law is that? What kind of law is the OSP applying? Like, right about now, I am so scandalized about what the OSP is doing. I am so ashamed because how on earth would a special prosecutor make such a ridiculous demand? Like, since the history of independence, I have never heard of any law enforcement agency making such a ridiculous demand from an ordinary Ghanaian because, yes, you have invited the person for questioning. Tell me how this makes sense. Like, tell us, how does this make sense to you? So if I am a poor person and I don't have any building or any landed property in my name, what will I do? Will I be denied bail? Why? What is happening? Is this how to apply the law? What kind of ridiculous behavior is this? This is so unfounded in the law. In fact, I am not a lawyer, but most of the lawyers should be shocked about this decision by the OSP. You see, the essence of the bail condition is lost in this particular argument. Because why do we even require bail from people? And this is a known figure in this country. Paul Arrɛst is known in Ghana. Like, he's a journalist. He can never leave the jurisdiction without anybody noticing. So all that we are saying is that this particular bail condition is so ridiculous, it's so unfounded, it just does not make sense. And I think that the OSP is just using this opportunity. He should prove us wrong if it's not his intention to use his position to just settle personal score with Paul Arrɛst. Tell us. If that is not it, he should tell us. Because how on earth will an OSP use his office to bring up such a ridiculous bail condition which cannot be met by Paul Arrɛst? Why? What at all is happening? What at all is happening? Yes, nobody is discussing the merits of the issue. No, nobody is discussing all of that. All that we are talking about is the bail condition is so ridiculous, the bail condition is so unprecedented, and this is the first time a law enforcement agency in our country is requesting for such a ridiculous and outrageous bail condition before somebody is granted bail. Like, tell me, where have you ever heard it before? We are learning from the colonial masters. Tell me, cite 1 or 2 cases in this particular case. This is so bad. It's so bad. It just does not make sense to me. That is why I'm here to talk about it. Because yes, Paul Arrɛst, yes, maybe he has done some wrongdoings. Yes, Ghana airport has some wrongdoings or whatever. He has done it. He has supervised certain things. It is there. But still, people have the right to bail. And these bail conditions are just placed there so that the person will have some guarantee, or the court or the law enforcement agency will have some guarantee that the person will be back to respond anytime we want the person. But not to bring up some ridiculous, guys, I cannot just put my head around it because it just does not make sense to me. If he has done anything wrong, make sure you use the law to get him paid or detain him or whatever. But even when you detain people, the court even has some regulations where the individual can be given bail. So how can OSP just sit in his office and cook up some ridiculous bail condition? I am not surprised, because when he was going, some people were even telling him to pick a toothbrush, to pick his towel, to pick his pajamas, because he may not come back. Because he and the OSP have a history. And here we are, people are so happy because, yes, you don't like Paul Arrɛst. You are happy because it's Paul Arrɛst who is facing this particular ridiculous bail condition. I know you are not a favorite person of him. People love him. That is okay. Some hate him. That is also okay. But it does not mean that the person does not have a right again. Your dislike for him does not take away his right as an individual. This is all that we are talking about. As for the merit of the case, we'll deal with it later. But right now, I think the approach of the OSP is becoming too trendy, and like it's becoming the same, and it's so boring because I have not seen a successfully prosecuted case, all right, since the OSP took over. He will touch this case and leave it. He will touch this case and leave it. He will touch this case and leave it. We have not seen any successfully prosecuted case from the OSP. If we have seen any, please bring the document here. We want to see it. How on earth can a special prosecutor sit in this country and cook up a bail condition that is outrageous and ridiculous as this one, and people expect us to be quiet? Tell us, why should we be quiet about this situation? Tell me. I am so embarrassed and saddened by this, because today, if it's not Paul Arrɛst, tomorrow it shall be you, or it should be one of the people you love so much. Nobody is concerned about whether he did it or not. I am not talking about those things. I do not know the document in the hands or in the custody of the special prosecutor. I am talking about the bail condition that is so outrageous and so ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. And since the history of independence, this is the one of the most unreasonable bail condition a special prosecutor or a law enforcement agency has ever requested from an ordinary citizen. So where should he get the document? Is the OSP suggesting that Paul Arrɛst should try this night to go and buy 2 landed properties in his name so that he will meet the bail condition? What is this? Have you ever heard this since you were born? And you are here telling us to be quiet because you don't like Paul Arrɛst, so we should be quiet. I beg you, we will talk when we have to. We will do the talking when we have to. It's so sad that we'll be here in this country and somebody will expect us to be quiet based on judging from this ridiculous bail condition. How can anybody mix this? So imagine if I am invited by the OSP for some questions and I do not have any 2 landed properties. Does it mean that I'll rot there? What is happening? Like, guys, let's speak up when we have to. It is bad. Let's say it. It's bad. We cannot always be political. Let's be principled. Let's be objective. This is all that we are saying. If he has been charged for wrongdoing, so be it. But you still have to look at the bail condition. It should be realistic. It should be reasonable. Not too outrageous like this. Why do you expect him to get 2 landed properties? Tell us. Is this not a strategy to frustrate him? Is this not a strategy to make it difficult for him to meet the bail condition? Or you, as a criminal lawyer, are you not using it as a strategy to clamp him in some corrupt dealings? This is so bad. And I think that all meaning Ghanaians should speak up because this is not the right way to go. We know there are people who can stand in for you for bail. Even when they don't have 1 cedi, they can do it. People like Paul Arrɛst cannot leave Ghana without anybody noticing. Nobody. And we are here in this country and we are all quiet about it because it's Paul Arrɛst and we don't love Paul, so he should go through it. People are so excited. Oh, Jandam Hene have been detained. Jandam Hene for what? It's touch screen analysis. If you don't understand his ways, leave the page and go to some pages you will be excited about. He has his viewers. People love his content. That is okay. So are you telling me that all the allegations against the OSP by Paul Arrɛst were lies? If they were lies, why would the OSP why wouldn't OSP sue Paul Arrɛst for defamation of character? Why can't he do that? This is so bad. And right about now, I'm so disappointed about the ways of the OSP. And I think that he should do better. He should do better. I'm so scandalized by this particular bail condition. I've never heard it since I was born. And people are here saying that, oh, this and this and that. We should stop talking. You are becoming too loud. You are this. Bro, this is my opinion. Nobody is saying that he's not corrupt. Nobody is saying that he's guilty or not. We have not discussed the merits of the issue. All that we are talking about is the bail condition, the outrageous, the most ridiculous, the most unprecedented bail condition is what I'm talking about. I have not spoken about whatever the OSP is doing. I have not spoken about that. All that I'm concerned about is his trend is it's a pattern. It's a pattern. And that pattern is becoming a cliche. And I feel like we need to talk about it. That is why I'm talking about it.